Hello everybody, if you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 338, The Last Human on Mars, Intermediate. The red dust swirled around Dr. Anya Sharma's boots as she trudged across the Martian landscape. The silence was deafening, broken only by the rasp of her own breath in the thin atmosphere. She was alone. Anya had been part of the first human colony on Mars, a bold venture to establish a permanent foothold on the red planet. But the colony, once a beacon of hope for humanity, had fallen victim to a devastating solar flare. The communication systems had been fried, the life support systems crippled, and the colonists, one by one, had succumbed to the harsh Martian environment. Anya, a brilliant astrophysicist and a survivor extraordinaire, had been the last one standing. For months she had clung to life, scavenging for supplies, repairing what she could, and mourning the loss of her comrades. Now, months later, hope was dwindling. Her oxygen supply was dwindling. Her food reserves were almost depleted, and the loneliness was a constant gnawing presence. One day, while exploring the ruins of the colony, Anya stumbled upon an anomaly. Buried beneath the Martian soil, she found a strange metallic object. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before, sleek and obsidian, with intricate symbols etched across its surface. Intrigued, Anya carefully unearthed the object. It was heavy, surprisingly cold to the touch, and emitted a faint, pulsating glow. As she examined it more closely, she realized it was some kind of communication device, advanced far beyond anything humanity had ever created. Hope surged through her. Perhaps, just perhaps, this device could still transmit a signal, a desperate plea for help. With trembling hands, Anya activated the device. It hummed to life, the symbols on its surface illuminating with an eerie green light. She focused all her energy on the device, willing it to connect, to reach out to the vast emptiness of space. For a long moment there was silence. Then, a faint, melodic tone echoed through the device. Anya gasped, her heart pounding. It was a response. A series of complex patterns, a symphony of light and sound flashed across the device's surface. Anya, using a knowledge of astrophysics and her limited understanding of the alien language, began to decipher the message. The message was from a distant civilization, a species that had been observing humanity for centuries. They had witnessed the rise and fall of the Martian colony, and they were offering assistance. Anya, overwhelmed with relief and disbelief, communicated her situation. She explained her dwindling resources, her desperate need for rescue. The response was swift and reassuring. A rescue ship, a vessel of extraordinary design and unimaginable speed, was already on its way. Anya, tears streaming down her face, waited. She spent the remaining days exploring the Martian landscape, marveling at its stark beauty, finding solace in the knowledge that she was not alone. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, a streak of light pierced the Martian sky. The rescue ship, a shimmering silver disk, descended gracefully towards her location. As she boarded the ship, Anya looked back at the desolate Martian landscape. It was a world of extremes, a world that had tested her to her limits, but it was also a world that had taught her the true meaning of resilience, the enduring power of the human spirit. Anya, the last human on Mars, had found salvation, and with it, a new beginning. Vocabulary notes. Trudged, verb, meaning to walk slowly and with heavy steps, typically because of exhaustion or difficult conditions. Example, the red dust swirled around Dr. Anya Sharma's boots as she trudged across the Martian landscape. Similar words: hiked, plodded, slogged, trekked. Note: trudge implies a difficult and tiring journey. Hike can also mean a long walk, but it doesn't necessarily imply difficulty. Plod suggests slow, heavy steps, often without much energy. Slog is similar to trudge, emphasizing the effort involved. Trek often refers to a long journey on foot, especially in mountainous or remote areas. Deafening, adjective, meaning extremely loud. Example, the silence was deafening, broken only by the rasp of her own breath. Similar words: booming, thunderous, ear-splitting, resounding. Note: while all these words describe loud sounds, deafening suggests a sound so loud it could cause temporary hearing loss. Booming and thunderous often describe deep, resonant sounds. Ear-splitting emphasizes the painful nature of the loudness. Resounding suggests a loud sound that echoes or reverberates. Venture, noun, meaning a risky or daring journey or undertaking. Example, Anya had been part of the first human colony on Mars, a bold venture to establish a permanent foothold on the Red Planet. Similar words: undertaking, enterprise, project, expedition. Note: venture often implies a degree of uncertainty and risk. Undertaking is a more general term for any task or project. Enterprise suggests a large and complex undertaking, often involving business or commerce. Project is a planned piece of work that is designed to find information or to produce something new. Expedition is usually a journey undertaken for a specific purpose, such as exploration or research. Succumbed, verb, meaning to give way to superior force, to yield. Example, the colonists one by one had succumbed to the harsh Martian environment. Similar words: yielded, submitted, gave in, capitulated. Note: succumb often implies a loss of resistance or the inability to withstand pressure. Yielded and submitted suggested giving away. Yielded and submitted suggests giving way to authority or force. Gave in is a more informal way of saying succumbed. Capitulated means to surrender or cease resisting an opponent or demand. Dwindling, verb, meaning gradually diminishing in size, amount, or strength. Example, now months later, hope was dwindling, her oxygen supply was dwindling. Similar words: decreasing, diminishing, declining, fading. Note: dwindling suggests a gradual and continuous reduction. Decreasing is a more general term for becoming smaller. Diminishing is similar to dwindling, but can also refer to a decrease in importance or value. Declining often refers to a downward trend or a worsening condition. Fading suggests a gradual loss of visibility, audibility, or strength. Anomaly, noun, meaning something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. Example, one day while exploring the ruins of the colony, Anya stumbled upon an anomaly. Similar words: oddity, irregularity, deviation, aberration. Note: anomaly suggests something unusual or out of place. Oddity is a more general term for something strange or peculiar. Irregularity refers to something that does not conform to rules or patterns. Deviation suggests a departure from a standard or norm. Aberration suggests a departure from what is normal, usual, or expected, typically one that is unwelcome. Decipher, verb, meaning, to succeed in understanding, interpreting, or identifying something. Example, Anya, using her knowledge of astrophysics, began to decipher the message. Similar words: decode, interpret, translate, unravel. Note: decipher often implies difficulty in understanding something complex or encoded. Decode specifically refers to converting a coded message into intelligible language. Interpret means to explain the meaning of something. Translate means to convert words or text from one language to another. Unravel suggests solving a mystery or complex problem. Story written by Google Gemini 2.0 AI. Images created by ImageFX AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.